of that kind of stuff. But all of us will face going through customs if we're going to go on a short-term trip. Everything I've been saying fits that. Being polite, trying not to stand out, keeping your answers to your STS. But I want to do a couple of demonstrations. I have a couple of volunteers here who are going to help me out here today. All right, so here's the scenario. We're on a short-term team. We're going to go in and do some help out a local church, but we're not, it's a closed country, and so we can't really say missionary. So we're not going to say the word missionary. We're there to help with literacy and some things that we are doing. We're going to be teaching some English and stuff. We're going to stay focused on that and stay away from the word missionary. And we're in customs. We got off the plane now and we filled out the forms and we're going through the normal questioning. Were you going to do this? All right. So I'm going to give you this. All right. Questions guy, you walk up to my desk and I want to know, okay, how long are you going to be here for?
We're going to be here for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay, so you're leaving in 2 weeks. What is the purpose of your stay?
We're here to teach literacy and pass out some books to families who need them.
Passing out books, oh, okay, what kind of books?
Fictional.
Fictional books. In what, in English or?
Yes, in English.
So part of your program, your literacy program?
Yes.
Okay, who sent you? I mean, what company are you with?
We're not really with a company. We're just a group of volunteers that are trying to teach people who don't know how to read
So it's a group?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So is that guy over there part of your group?
I'm not sure. It's volunteers from different places around the United States, and
okay.
I don't know everybody.
All right, you can pass on. Okay, line goes through, 3 or 4 more. You're across the room, probably didn't even get to hear all that, but you're up next. So, sir, why are you here in our country?
We're just here on a 2-week trip teaching English.
2-week trip teaching English?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Why are you doing that?
We're just volunteer. I just like to help.
You just like to help? Okay. Are you here with a group? Is that what you said?
A couple people.
A couple? Okay. Can you point out some of the other folks that you're traveling with? Yeah, like this lady over here, you're traveling with her, right?
We're all volunteers.
Well, she said the same thing, so that's why I was wondering. Are you with her?
I've seen her before, yeah. We're all volunteers.
Oh, okay. Well, why, give me that back there, man, would you? How come he knows you and you don't know him?
I've seen him before. I don't really know who he is. I don't know his name.
This is not really an organized group, are you? You guys must be government or something. No, we'll stop there. We'll move on. All right. We just had 2 excellent students there. Notice how many opportunities, if they were separated and couldn't hear each other, if she said one thing and deviated from their story, he'd have been trapped because he doesn't know what part she changed. But she stuck with the 2 weeks and the volunteers and the literacy, and no one said missionary, and he said the same thing. What's that say to the government guy in the customs? Nothing sticks out. No red flags. If she'd have said 2 weeks and he said 1. Okay? If she'd have said, I don't know him, and he said, oh, she is. So we really need to talk as a team and just get coordinated on those things, because law enforcement in any country is trained to look for differences in stories. Go to Canada and go through customs. They're going to ask you, how long are you here and why? It's just a standard technique for catching anybody who had something sneaky going on, you know, drug smuggling or whatever they were doing. So I'd anticipate what questions we're going to get asked, and I would ask them of our group and practice our answers, because the odds are we won't get to listen to each other answer, and we need to make sure that we're telling the same story. It's not a lie. We've just decided which part of the story we want to share that will help us to get through this thing smoothly. We're going to coordinate that a little bit. Just to wrap this whole thing up, the potential for being detained or delayed by a government exists. In some countries, it's much stronger than others. In all of my travels, it's been a rare thing. It's not something to worry about. It is by far the most survivable thing, physically and mentally, especially with the right attitude. A little politeness and courtesy and a little preparation and coordination ahead of time can make a big difference. And then just know when to ask for help. When this gets beyond me, I'm asking for Bob, I'm asking for somebody from my government. Absolutely doable, and a minor inconvenience. A major opportunity to cause somebody a problem if we don't deal with it right.
We have provided another learning activity that will help you put into practice some of the things David has just talked about. Take this time to work with your team, and then resume the DVD for part 2 of this session.